Hi, this is Roland from Roland's YouTube channel on how to do different things around your house. I'm showing you this back gate to the back of the yard, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a before and after, but I've done half of the gate, and tomorrow I'll show you the assembly. But I want to discuss this so you kind of understood what I'm doing and what's involved. Anyway, I'm going to take a closer look, but if you can see, that wood is just rotted away, okay? And I've gone ahead and replaced it. Sorry, the sun's hitting it right now with this cedar treated wood. All right, and the planks that go on there, I guess I call it the planks, but anyway, the ones that go for the door, they're 6 feet tall, okay? That's how they come, all right, before they're pre-cut. And as you can see, those are pieces that I cut, and I've cut those to the lengths of the ones that were already there, that from the bottom to the top it's 59.5 inches. So I put those up, and then I cut this for tomorrow to finish the second half of the door. But what I wanted to point out was the construction on this door. It's a little bit different. The way that those planks, if you want to call it, or gate boards connected, is to this centerpiece, okay? And I'm going to take a close look to this centerpiece right here. All right, the way it's connected is through the like these brackets, all right? And I was going to reuse the centerpieces in the old door, but as you can see, they're just rotted away, all right? And so I replaced them. So what I did is I took the brackets off, all right? From the other one, I took these off in the other gate, and then I replaced it back over here. All right. So I'm showing you that now. The trick right now too is to try to get wood that lasts longer. So these are 2x4s, all right, and I've already cut them to the length of the center pieces here, which are about 61 3/4 inches. They came in 8-foot lengths, but I already cut them, so there's 3 pieces that are going in the middle. All right. So anyway, tomorrow I will kind of show you a little bit as I'm disassembling it and putting it back together. But I just want to show you that I don't want to waste too much time showing you cutting wood. But essentially, again, you just need to cut things to size and then put it back. And I used I bought some new screws that I'll show you tomorrow. But again, these are the leftover remnants of what I cut. And tomorrow I will come back and show you how I'm going to replace the second half of the door, but basically with everything that I kind of did earlier today. All right, and I hope this is helpful. Bye. Hi, this is Roland from Roland YouTube channel. Anyway, this is my second half of replacing some old wood on a gate. If you like the video so far, please remember to hit the subscribe button followed by the bell so you can get notifications of other videos. In this second video, I'm going to go through a couple of things about what you need to remove the old door and also to install the new planks on the new wood. Hold on a second, and I'm going to do some closing. So if you remember from yesterday, that is the first half that I already replaced with the new wood. All right. This is now the second half that I'm doing, and I'll do a little closer look. And the first thing I'm going to do is remove these brackets here that are holding these horizontal 2x4s. And when you do this, basically the whole door comes off. And what I'm going to do is reuse these clamps to replace these 2x4s here that are horizontal with these new ones over here. These are the new 2x4s that I cut yesterday. And I'll put those there. Then after I put those 2x4s to replace these, then I'm going to put the new planks. The new planks are over here. And if you remember from yesterday, these are the ones that were 6-foot original length, and I cut them down to 59.5, which is what my door requires. And then what I do is I'll show you when I'm putting the door up, I'll put one of the boards on the bottom so that on the bottom they don't hit. I'll put a board on the bottom as I'm putting the boards there to keep it off the ground. So what do I need? Not much. Sorry about the sun. Let me turn around. So I need a electric drill that I can use to not only drill holes but also to screw things in and out. And what I did was, the planks are being held up and the 2x4s when I nail anything in. I don't use nails, I use screws. And I like to use these screws that don't have the normal Phillips head, right? They have this like star head, and when you buy the screws, they even give you this little external tool. Sorry, it actually comes off the bit here. It's just a part there. There it is. All right, there's that star tool, and of course a hammer to break things. And I'll also be using later a handsaw to just break up this wood over here when I do it, to throw it away. But you don't need them. Yesterday I broke everything up with a hammer, but to make it easier to fit in the trash can, I'll just cut it up. So again, simple tools: hammer, screws with this new hex type of head on it. And what happens is that the Phillips ones, when you're doing a lot of screwing, I don't know, whatever, the Phillips one, they just seem to strip, and these are much easier to put in and they tend not to strip. Hold on. So now I'm going to show basically removing the door. I'm going to start off from the bottom to work to the top. That one's already off. Have a different size head on this one here. Wrong size head, too small. You don't want to damage them because you want to take them off, save the screws. You can put them back on. Okay, both doors down. I'll come back and I'll show you when I'm putting the next door up. All right. So the first thing I want to show you, this door, for example, that I put the brackets from the other one that I took off from the old door, and I put the top on first, because then as I slip this over here, I can put it like this, and then I can clamp it. And what I make sure is that it's close to the other door where it ends there, but that it's not touching, so that it doesn't bang against there. And I'm not going to show you, but what I'm going to do is I'll bolt it in, and once I have all three, I'll show you how it's completed. But essentially I start off with the top, it holds it in place, and then I will attach it firmly. So now I'm showing you how I installed all the verticals, right? And this one will go straight once I put the piece of wood. Anyway, but they're all spaced, so there's just a small little gap. And what I want to do is show that the door, this one's working, and that this was also working and not hitting. This door opens over here, making sure it's not too close over there. All right, so door's solid. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave this door open. And then I'm going to come to the side, but I put this board on the bottom, so when I put the other planks on here, that keeps it off the ground, and I take it away, so this way it'll be even with there, so you have a small little gap, the doors can open and close. The next one I'll show you from the other side, putting on the planks, all right? So my next step is what I did is I laid out the planks so I can see what kind of gap I might have it between all the woods, and I just put them against I lean them against the door that I'm gonna screw them onto. And you don't have to do this, but I do this. My most important thing is to maybe try to get the first one level up and down, okay, vertically. So what I have my level here. I remove this one because I know how it fits. And the first thing I do is try to put this board right on the edge where the other one ends on the horizontal. Oh, sorry. You need to put it on top of the board. I almost forgot that. Very essential. So I put it on top there, have it on the edge. So now it's straight. And what you can see here is by having it this way, it's gonna it won't hit the bottom cement once you take that board off, because it's lifted off the ground. I come on the edge and I go in about, you know, go towards I don't want the edge so the wood will break. So I put this one in, and I'm going to check my level. All right, it's pretty level. Put this one here. Right, and I usually try to put this door, all the screws in. The other ones I don't do it until later, but I like to do the first one to make everything solid. I put 2 on each of the 2x4s running horizontal. This one's in. And on the next wood, I basically just use 2 screws. Put it inside. I know my gap, remember from earlier. I've got this one here. It's not much of a gap. Put it inside. Put my first one, again, a little closer to, not right on the edge. And this vertical right here. Oh, put that one up, but I think you get my point. I'll put these up. Gap. All right, I'll come back when I put them all up. Well, I couldn't account for the wind. That's the way things goes. So anyway, I'll show you when I'm done, and that's about it. Hold on, I'll come back after I finish. Thanks for your patience. Here's the second half, and that's the door completed. Just want to point a couple things so that you don't forget when you're doing yours. Remember, on the bottom, I put a piece of wood, that little wood on the bottom over there, so that this way the door doesn't hit the bottom. As you can see, I have a latch here, but the door works perfect. All right, and you can come back over here and close it. Won't hit the bottom. Let me just point out a couple little quick things. Sorry, since I'm holding the camera and trying to do everything at the same time. So, as I mentioned, I put 2 screws in each horizontal 2x4 that's on the rear. I use this hex type screw here with this special little tool that comes. The main thing is I tried to line it up with the ends, and you see these 2x4s right here, and it's I try to level it, and on this side I just made sure it ended the same way. All right, make sure there's a little gap so that when the doors are opening and closing, there's gaps are there, as well as on the other side, as you close the door right here, you see everything ends where it's just a small little hole. I guess you call it a peephole, but again, it keeps you still from privacy. And as you can see, the planks are all bolted into each of those horizontal 2x4s. held by these brackets that I used from the other one. Now in some doors, it may not be exactly like that. Maybe it's all wood, but the whole idea again is to have something that you can screw in your planks for the door. And again, cut into length. This way I have cut it so it's the same height as the wall. That's what I used for reference, and the old ones were just that way. I was able to reuse the metal frame and these brackets, and even the screws. I could use the same screws. I was going to use these center ones before, but they were just terrible. And let me show you again the door that I took off, and then I'll end my video. This is the old door, and I'm just going to break it down and throw it away. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me close this other door. All right, that is my new revised door, if you want to call it. Safe and sound. And I think I spent the total about maybe $115 to $125 for the whole project. I hope this was informative, and check my next video out. Again, please hit the subscribe button if you like what you've seen, and hit the bell so you can get added to notifications. Thank you for watching my video, and God bless.